Hey guys, good afternoon. It's been a while since I've done a live, so it's good to see you. I'm going to try to start doing them more often. But today I wanted to go over my budgeting worksheets. I know it explains how to use them in the download, but sometimes face-to-face is just a little bit easier explaining them because I love these. We have been budgeting for about 5 years and we've changed them a lot and we've changed our budget a lot, and we have finally found these worksheets which help us keep it to our budget, and we've been using them for a while. So I want to quickly show you how to use them. Oh, and guys, I am crazy frugal. My husband complains about me squeezing all the pennies out of him that I can, and it's really funny because I do like to save money. And these have been, I guess, 5-7 year process, and we love them. So I'm going to show you how, they work with any type of income too. If you get paid once a month, twice a month, 4 times a month, I will kind of show you how you can do different ones as well. So if you have your download, then pause the video and go grab the worksheets so you can take notes on them. If you haven't downloaded it, then pause the video, go over to my website and download your free worksheets, and then pick it back up. So the very first things that you will have is a My Bills page. So this is our budget right here. So trying to compare numbers too much, but this is us. And I work Saturdays about 2 to 3 hours a Saturday. So I don't make a ton of income on the side, but my husband is a full-time income maker. So we do it off of his income and we add mine in a little bit. So what you want to do is first grab my bills page. And what you're going to do is write down every bill that you have. So here we have mortgage. It's something that we pay. Our phone bill, our utilities, our internet. And then even bills that you pay more than once a month or only once a year. So we pay life insurance once a year. That goes on here. And then we pay our car insurance twice a year. That goes on here too. So any bills that you have to pay, not your groceries or gas or anything like that. These are bills that you have to pay every single month or throughout the year. So you're going to write down your bills, and then you're going to add how much your bills are. And then each month you're going to check mark when those bills are paid. And then if you see here up close, I have 2 boxes that are squared. And that's because we only pay them, we don't pay them every month. So our life insurance is once a year and it comes in February. So that box is checked and we don't have to pay them the rest. And then our car insurance we pay twice a year. And so I have those 2 months boxed out so I know what we need to pay for that month. So I don't forget that I have to pay car insurance because I haven't paid it in 6 months. So that's the very first thing you want to do, is you want to write down all of your bills that you have. And the second one, use pencil for this one, is it's your budget. Hang on, I pulled out the wrong one. Okay, so this is my budget. So I recommend using pencil. As you can see, we have this other one in pen, and we've made lots of changes to it, and that's okay. But what you want to write down with your budget is first you want to list all of your bills. So everything you just wrote on your other page, just copy it all over, all of your bills and all of the payments. And then I like to add a little section called savings. And so as you can see, we put a lot of money into savings, into different categories. So our car insurance we pay twice a year. So each month I take money out of what we make and put into our savings account, so we know so we have enough what we need when car insurance comes. So we have different categories like Christmas, car insurance. We put a little bit extra into car to fix up and oil changes, vacation fund, just that type of stuff. So we add a savings. If you don't have anything into your savings, go ahead and write down stuff you would like to save for in that budget, and we can see if we can try to fit it in. And then I have other. So our other is date nights. We have kids, so we have a children's fund. We do home improvement projects, and we have pleasure and other. So everything else that just randomly we spend money that doesn't go into any of these categories will go into other. So once you have your budget, you want to kind of estimate how much you're going to spend in each of these categories. I want to make sure I have it. Okay, and then the next step is my bill payment plan. So we get paid 4 times a month, so we get paid every single week. So we printed off the 4-week one. I also have one that's twice, that has 2 columns, and it's what we get paid twice a month. And then if you get paid once a month, you can pick either of these 2. It's up to you. But what the idea is to take everything on your budget sheet and to divide it up between those 4 weeks or 2 weeks. So including your savings and all of your other items. So here, I didn't add savings and other items because we kind of do. But right here, the first week of the month, we're going to pay our tithing and we're going to pay one of our utilities. And then the second paycheck, we are going to pay our other utilities, our internet, our car payment, and we're going to put money into savings. Then the third week, it takes up all of our paycheck, we're going to pay our mortgage. The fourth week, we're going to put more into savings, do our car insurance, and pay our phone bill. So the biggest thing with this bills payment plan is you want to make sure it's equal to each week. So if you get paid $1,200 twice a month, yes, $1,200 twice a month, you'll want one column to about equal the $1,200 of your expenses and the other column to be about $1,200. You don't want your first week to be like $2,000 in expenses and then only $1,000 the next time. You really want them to be equal, and this is going to help you divide up the budget. And the reason why we have the bill payment plan is because when we were getting paid, even then 4 times a month, I would try to pay all of our bills whenever they came in. So I wouldn't forget them because I didn't like auto payment. And then I would be, wow, we are so under at the end of the month. Or sometimes we would be so over and I wouldn't want to put money into savings because we would always be under because I paid all those bills. But really, if you add up your budget and you divide it up and you have, so at the end of the budget, you want to make sure what everything accounts for to what you're making, or about $50 to $100 less, what you bring home each month. So that gives you a little bit of leeway to go over in some areas. So what you budget for, we divided it up equally into each week what we're going to pay with that budget. And so on the second week of the month, when I put $300 into savings and I see we're a little bit negative, it's okay because we haven't made money. So the next month it's going to cover, not the next month, sorry, that's really confusing. The next week it's going to cover it. But this payment plan has been the biggest thing that has helped us after we set our budget, is knowing what bills I'm going to pay each week, because then I can see, oh, I'm over for this week. I'm like, oh, that's okay because our mortgage took up all of our income, but the next week we're about $200 under in what bills we pay, and it kind of balances out. So it's really important. This is my son Brady. You want to wave? Say hi. So it's really important to balance out those bills throughout the month if you're getting paid throughout the month. Now, I know my sister gets paid, they get paid once a month. So a payment plan might help them, or they would divide up their groceries. So they might get $100 for groceries each month. So as she's looking at her budget throughout the month, she knows, oh, I spent $200 in groceries last week. I really shouldn't be spending that much this week. Or it kind of gives you an idea of how much gas you spend each week. So the payment plan you can do for stuff other than your bills. You can do for your pleasure, and make sure you only allow yourself $30 each week for pleasure. And so it kind of gives you an idea of how to spend your money throughout the month and what you need to spend it on throughout the month. And then the very last page is your income and expense. And this kind of gives you an idea of how you're doing from month to month, and you can see how you've been doing the past couple months. So you have your month, and then you have your income. So in September, we made $3,064. And what we budgeted was for $3,051. And our actual expenses were actually $3,251. So the difference... Not yet, please. So the difference, we actually were $187 over budget, which isn't good. And then as you can see, kind of, we worked on it. The next month we were only $130 over. The next month we were $7 over. The next month we were $16 over. And then we started doing better and being under $200 and $300. So it can kind of give you an idea of if you're going over a lot each month or if you're going under, and how's it going. So those are the 4 budgeting worksheets, but let me tell you a secret. These only work if you're actually keeping track of your expenses. So I don't keep track of my expenses on a pen and paper notebook, and I don't save my receipts. I pay everything with credit card because then it tells me what I have, and I transfer that over to Quicken. It's $50 to $80 for Quicken off on Amazon, and I love it because you can set planning and budgets and a lot more stuff that I don't even know how to use with it, but I can type in. So I see what I paid in my bank account on our credit card, and I enter it into Quicken, and that really lets me realize how much money I'm spending, because cash doesn't work for me. I'm a mom with 4 kids that are always tugging on me, and I'm gonna drop the cash, or I have a kid screaming while I'm going through checkout, and it just doesn't work. And so that's why we use credit cards and we transfer it over. But that really helps. So you need to be keeping track of what you're spending every day, at least going into your account once a week and writing down what you're spending. And this budget will work for you. And one more side note before I go is this budget, this is our old one from the past couple months, is I have scratch out marks and we have differences, and it's really easy to change your budget. So if you end up getting a pay raise, you can say, oh, we can add in $50 here. Or if when I quit working for 2 or 3 months to have a baby, we had to drop some of the areas in our budget. And it's really easy to just write the numbers and make the changes here. And this is a total that keeps track of what you spent for the month. So it tells me exactly how much I spent on food. It's not telling me every time I went shopping for food, but it's telling me the total of what I spent. And that's where Quicken or one of the money management apps come in, when you write down what you're spending in each area. And let me tell you something. The less categories, the better. So we used to have about 10, 15 categories here, and it got so confusing. So pick 3 or 4 categories that you can kind of clump everything into and really make that work for you. And it's going to take you at least 3 months to start figuring it out, but you're not going to get better if you don't start. So kick to it, start that first month, start the second month. If it's just not working or if it's really hard, send me a message on Facebook, comment below, let me know how I can help you, because budgets do help you save money, and they do help you to have money for vacation and fun stuff in the future. And that's why we love budgeting, even though we are a penny pincher, so that we can have fun and vacations with family. And at the end of the month, there's nothing better to say, hey honey, we've got $15 extra in our date fund. Let's go out to eat, or something like that. So if you have any questions about budgeting, comment below. Any questions about the worksheets, anything with finances, let me know. I'd love to help you because I'm a geek like that and it's so much fun. If you like the video and you feel like it's important, go ahead and share it with a friend. And make sure if you haven't downloaded your worksheets to go ahead and download them. And again, if you have any questions, comment them below and I will talk to you later. Bye guys.